What is going on, YouTubers? Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today coming back with a smartphone, and this one is very unique of its kind. It's made by the company Elephone. As a matter of fact, it is currently backwards here. So this is the Elephone S8 that I got directly from the company gearbest.com. If you guys want to check out their link, I have provided it below. The phone currently retails for around $229, but once you hear the specifications of this phone, you will be very amazed, just like I was when I first discovered the phone. So getting a look here at the box, just to complete the unboxing portion of the video, we got nothing but the Elephone logo. On the left hand side of the box, it says keep expecting and be surprised, which I was definitely. And on the back side here, we have some of the quick specifications of the phone. It comes with the Helio X25, is the Deca core processor that we have seen in the past. It is clocked at 2.5 gigahertz, and this processor scores over 100,000 on the Antutu Benchmark test, which is quite surprising. Also, we got the storage. It comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal memory. It has an 8 megapixel front facing camera and a 21 interpolated megapixel rear facing camera. In reality, it's going to be a 16 megapixel, able to record in 2K. Now, the bands here for the network, these are definitely incorrect. I am getting 4G LTE. This is the global version that I received here from Gearbest, and this is very surprising, guys, because I've never seen an Elephone device before supporting 4G LTE here in the USA, so I guess they are listening to their customers. And also supports voice over LTE, which is HD sound on T-Mobile, which is really cool. It comes with a 6-inch 2K screen. It has a 4,000 milliamp battery, in which in my opinion, having a 2K screen kind of drains it a little bit faster than I anticipated. Also comes with a fingerprint scanner. We have a gyroscope, e-compass, and many other sensors supported on here. So let's go ahead and unbox this baby here. So this is the device, and we're gonna set it aside here for a second. Inside of the box here, we got a divider. It comes with the manuals, of course, and inside here we're gonna have a case. So let's go ahead and check it out. So here we can see the case. It is a silicone made case, and it comes with a SIM ejector tool, which we just dropped. Then we have the quick start guide, and that's pretty much all we have in this little divider here. Next, we have the second divider, and in here we're gonna have the wall charger, I believe. And I think this does support fast charging, which is kind of nice. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be a popular fast charging, so let me just go ahead and break this a little bit quicker for you guys. There we go. So these are the specifications of the charger, and as you can tell right there, it is a 5 volt 2 amp. So yes, it is considered a fast charger, and this is very cool. I believe it charges the battery in about 1 hour from 0 to 100, so that's not too bad. Next, we got, I think, the USB cable inside of this little box, and we have actually the USB and a little adapter that goes from USB Type-C into the headphone jack. So that means that, well, we don't have a headphone jack on this device, which is a little bit of a bummer. And finally, the USB cable, and that's pretty much all we get inside of the box of the Elephone S8. So let me set everything aside as always and talk about the device itself. Now that we know everything that comes inside of the box, let's go ahead and talk here about the Elephone S8. First of all, let's remove it out of this film. And if you guys haven't noticed here from the glare, it is a tri-bezeless device, meaning that we have very minimalistic bezels here on the sides and also on the top. We do have a chin towards the bottom side where it's going to carry the home key. This is a task killer key, a back key, and a fingerprint scanner. So it is a multi-purpose button. We have the front-facing camera. This is the 8 megapixel sensor camera. And let me tell you guys, it is, in my opinion, great for selfies. I think the quality is very nice. However, it is kind of awkward to have it here towards the bottom side. As we know already, we had this problem with the Xiaomi Mi Mix, the first generation. So for that reason, it is recommended that you guys place it horizontally in order to get the best selfie quality. And on the side here, this is the metallic frame. We have the SIM tray. Unfortunately, the memory on this device, it is not upgradable, so we are stuck with the 64 that comes internally. It is a dual SIM, dual standby device. Now, the great news is that yes, it is supporting 4G LTE here in the USA with AT&T and T-Mobile. As a matter of fact, I have my Cricket SIM card on here, and it is working like a champ. And unfortunately, Cricket right now does not offer voice over LTE, so that's not enabled here right now. But if I use T-Mobile, it will be working just fine. So this is definitely great news here for USA buyers. Towards the top, you have the secondary microphone. On the right side, you have the volume rockers up and down with the power key. And on the bottom here, we have the microphone with the USB Type-C port and the main speaker. Getting a look here on the back side, we have the interpolated 21 megapixel sensor, but this is in fact a 16 megapixel sensor. We have the dual tone LED flash here with the Elephone logo, and that's pretty much all we see here around the body of this particular model. So let me go ahead and turn it on here, and this way we can appreciate the boot animation here. Again guys, I'm very surprised that this is a true 2K resolution screen, meaning 2560 by 1440, something that we haven't seen in a very long time from a budget device. Keep in mind guys, this is only $229, and if you guys saw my video here for the Alcatel Idol 5, that phone is a perfect example of what we get here in the USA. It only carries 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of internal memory, and it has a 1080p screen. This one has pretty much double everything. It has a Quad HD display. It comes with 64 gigabytes of internal memory. You have 4 gigabytes of RAM. It has an updated Android system. Actually, this one is the Nougat 7.1.1. This one right here is the Nougat 7.0, and it is around $200. This is only $26 more, and you're getting so much more, as well as a bigger battery. So anyways, getting back here to the Elephone S8, here we have the screen, or the lock screen, very basic, nothing dramatic on here. And as you guys can tell, I am connected here to Cricket right now, and I'm getting 4G LTE. It says 4G on there. That's because they really don't add that LTE symbol, but yes, it is 4G LTE. Take my word for it. Unlocking the device here, we have a pretty basic operating system. It has been tweaked by Elephone. It is not completely clean. If you go here into about, or settings, excuse me, then we go into about phone, we can see that it is carrying the Android 7.1.1 Nougat. This is very cool. And also I want to show you here that, let's say I go back here, and if I want to click on back, I just tap it once. If I want to go home, I think I hold and press it. Oh no, that's going to be for the task killer. But now if I double tap it, then it'll take me directly here to the home screen. So yes, a multi-purpose button. Something I really haven't tested yet guys, believe it or not. I left it here for the video because this is a unboxing and a semi review, if you want to call it that way. But I left the fingerprint intact just because I want to be surprised myself. So let's go here where it says unlock with fingerprint. Let's click on next. Let's select finger plus pin. Let's do a 4-digit pin, and here we go. I just made up the number. Let's go here into done, and now let's try it. And so far I can say it is very fast, as you guys can appreciate from here. And then of course we're going to test it, so let's click on done. And I think now we are all set. Let's go ahead and, yep, it is all set. So let me lock it again, and let's test it out. It says pin required. I think that's only for the first time. So let's try that one more time. And there we go guys. It is super quick. Now when the screen is off, it seems to be delaying a little bit more. That is expected. But let's say we have the device already woken, like it is right now. It is super quick. And so far I haven't had any misreadings, so this is definitely a plus here for the Elephone S8. So yes, it came pre-installed with all the Google application, as you guys can tell. And also I did download the Antutu Benchmark just to see what score the Deca core was going to get here on this device. And it fluctuates. Sometimes I get over 100,000, sometimes it goes down 10,000. So in this particular case right now I have 89,719. Like I said guys, it goes up and down, but for the most part you're going to get a very decent score for a budget device, something that doesn't happen on any device here that I know from the USA for this price point. It doesn't happen guys, believe me. Let's get here into the camera side. I have provided a little quick clip. It is at 1080p, I think 30 frames per second, so you guys can see that the quality is really not disappointing. But now when I go here into settings from, let's say, recording here mode, let's go here into settings, let's go into video mode. First of all, here we can see that right now I have it at 2K. It says 2K or 4K, but in reality it's going to be only 2K resolution. Then if you go here into photos, here we can see the picture size. It goes up to 16 megapixels. So this is definitely an indication that, well, their specifications are not correct. And also they failed to let us know on the box here itself, as you guys saw before, it doesn't specify all the LTE bands. But then if you go here into this application, it's called Mtk Engineering Mode. We go into the Mtk settings, we go into band mode. Here we will notice that it does have all the LTE bands here for the USA and about 90% of the globe. So here we can see that it is supporting band 2, 4, we have band 7, and I think those are the only ones required here in the USA for at least T-Mobile. I'm not sure about AT&T, but it also carries band 17, band 20, band 26, 28. It carries band 38, 39, 40, and 41. So yes, it works pretty much around the globe. This is definitely great, guys. I'm super excited about this particular model. I mean, it is not only stylish, but it's also carrying, you know, decent specifications. Like I said, for the price, you really can't beat it. Now, two major disappointments that I have to let you guys know right away about this device is the fact that the ear speaker is not that great. Honestly, guys, I had to set it up to the max volume, and I think it all makes sense. Just look at how tiny that speaker is. I mean, it could barely be seen on there. So I guess they don't have that technology yet to provide a high quality speaker as of right now. That's what I'm assuming. I know Xiaomi did it. You know, they were able to implement a very decent speaker on their devices, and they were using some sort of wave technology. But with this particular device, we get an actual hardware speaker, and the sound, guys, is not really that great. I mean, you can still hear it, but if you have, let's say you're at a mall or you're in traffic or you just outside with the wind noise, it's going to be very hard to listen to phone calls. And also the loudspeaker is not the greatest either. As a matter of fact, here I have YouTube, and we're going to be playing one of my own videos, of course, for copyright purposes. So let's say let me try one here. Let's try the one here for the radio. Let me increase the volume. 2017 model that I purchased about it. So right now this thing is a full volume. There you go, full volume. What is going on, everybody? This is Jay here from Mtk, and Jay, today, just like the title says, I'll be showing you guys how to install a Tesla looking radio on any model vehicle from 2009 and up. Now this is based on US market. Right now I'm using here. So as you guys can hear from this little sample, it doesn't sound that loud, and it sounds more like if it was muffled, like something was covering it. Maybe the mesh that they included inside of the speaker is probably too thick, and it is just blocking the sound that comes out of it. And like I said, guys, the upper speaker is also not that great. So on the speaker side, if you guys are looking for something to listen to music, or you want just that high volume for games or for videos, then this phone may not be entirely for you. But if you're looking for a device that performs well, that is super fast, that has a pretty decent Android system, and has a very cool looking display. By the way, guys, I have here search for a video. I'm not sure if this thing has copyrights or not, but I searched for a 2K video test, and we had this video here in 2K by Samsung. So I just want to show you, I'm not going to even play the video. I just want to show you here that on settings, YouTube is, in my opinion, a great source to know what real resolution you have on a display. And in this particular case, it lets me play it here in 1440. So this doesn't happen if you have a 1080p screen. It can only be read up to 1080p or viewed in 1080p. So YouTube actually knows what kind of screen you have. So in this particular case, the screen is a real 2K resolution. As you guys can tell, it can go all the way up to 1440p. So this is great news. We have a real 2K screen, something that doesn't happen every day. Another subject I want to talk about here briefly is going to be the battery. It all depends, guys, honestly, on how much you use it. So for the first 2 days that I was using it, I was doing a lot of texting, a lot of calling. I had my Bluetooth headset connected to this thing for every time that my boss called me. I had my T-Mobile SIM card before I switched to the Cricket SIM card, and I was getting home with about 25% after a 12-hour day of consistent usage. I was also checking my YouTube notifications. I was checking for uploads. So I was using it just the same way that I use my iPhone 10, and with the iPhone 10 I come home with about maybe 40%, 39%, and with this device I came home with about 20 to 25% on those 2 days. So I noticed that yes, the battery does deplete a little bit faster than other flagships out there, but like I said before, guys, keep in mind that this thing has a 2K resolution screen, 2560 by 1440, and it has the Deca core processor, which consumes a lot of energy. So yes, it all depends on how you use it, and I think you should be okay even if you use it a little too much, I think you should be okay to go throughout the day before you can get your hands on a charger. So all in all, for $229, I think this is definitely a great device considering what we are getting here from companies like Cricket, Metro PCS for the budget side. They're not even comparable to this device right here. So with this being said, if you guys have any questions, you know exactly what to do. Just leave your comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one.